I don't know how to tackle.
Your stream is not going for me yet.
Yeah, I just barely hit start.
Oh, there you go. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know how to tackle the rioting issues because it seems that the FBI and the police will take advantage, and quite frankly, I mean, we could have like a Kyle Rittenhouse situation where a person just goes in and actually does start shooting, and then claims that people were attacking him, and the footage may not have been enough. So I almost wonder if we should tell the police they cannot. They can deal with small individualized crimes, but when rioting starts, they do not have a right to interfere. But the citizen has a right to defend themselves at that point, which I don't is kind of a dark road to take. But I don't really know how else we can keep the government and big corporations out of creating conflict. Because if shooting starts and people don't think this is a big enough issue to get in a shootout over, then they'll scatter and try to hide. And then that can allow for the people who do think violence is the right answer to get taken out. But
I see.
It's like,
I don't know, man. It's a whole mixed bag. But I also really want like freedom of speech.
Yeah, that's the point. Like,
First Amendment.
How do we
protest?
How do we do that though? That's what I'm saying. Like, because the police obviously can't be trusted either. So, this is the problem that I end up having with socialism, and it's not a religious thing actually. As much as it may disappoint my mother to hear that, it's that capitalism and socialism only work when the people who run it, even communism, when the people who run it are moral and just. And we can't seem to find a set of those people that will last that long. So
that is a fair assessment.
So what system do we run with? And it feels like there just isn't one.
Well, there would have to be a lot of, to use a fun term, drain the swamp. We would have to set up. We would have to drain the swamp in order to, like, be able to make the changes that we need to. Like, I don't know for a fact that ranked choice voting would be the answer. I hear a lot of Idahoans are really fucking mad about the proposition that's coming up.
Okay.
But I do know that.
Explain that to me real quick, because I don't know what that is.
Oh, I don't know enough about ranked choice voting. That's why I was like, I literally don't know for a fact whether or not it can fix some of these systemic problems that we have. But I do know that Democrats and Republicans alike are they're constantly engaging in voter suppression through gerrymandering, through like setting up baseless rules for third parties, especially. Oops.
Yeah, I accidentally got pushed out somehow.
But in order to be a third-party candidate, you have to do a lot of extra work that if you decide to run as a Democrat or Republican, you don't have to do. But of course, you're not going to. You and I say we were going to run on opposite ends. I was going to go blue, you were going to go red. Neither of us would make it because they would just be like, why? No, fuck this guy. I'm here. I have the whole career and lots of money.
Yeah.
Don't even bother with this asshole. And then if you do get a little bit of groundswell, then here comes the money and a lot of hate campaign against you.
You know, it's funny. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Give me more time to formulate some more thoughts about it.
I was going to say, it's funny that you bring up the money aspect, and I just had a thought. What if we completely removed funding campaign, like advertising and everything, and the only way that people get elected is through
debate and policy?
Yeah, debate and policy. And I know right now in our system that would take forever to do, and quite frankly, we might need to extend how long the president could be in office.
I don't like that idea, but I would trade one extra term for cutting life service terms as
That's too much. Yeah.
Supreme Court. No, for like Supreme Court.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Senator and the other one, House Representative.
Congress.
Right. Yeah.
Congress, House,
Supreme Court, Justice, House of Representatives, a representative. Thank you, and Senate. Oh no! He said sound's gone, and then it disconnected again. Have you reset the router since you've been there?
Yeah, a couple times now. Okay. It might just be that, because right now it's registering that there is sound.
Yeah, no, you're back. You're back now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think maybe weird. In this particular game, leaving the game idle might be the problem.
That's so
that
strange.
would happen with Monster Hunter, where it would just start eating the memory and really heating up the fucking system.
Oh,
so,
I don't know if I told you this, but I'm running my Steam Deck through the PC. Like, so it's running basically on a different laptop. So this PC by itself, this was one of the best purchases I've ever made for it. By the way, this was a great.
So you're streaming this game from your laptop at home, not where you're staying?
No, from my Steam Deck. So
are you streaming to your Steam Deck, or do you have an extra computer on somewhere?
Yeah, so I have a laptop to the left of me, and then I have my Steam Deck to the right of me, and it's my Steam Deck's running through a capture card into my PC. So.
Okay. I misunderstood what you were saying to me then. Okay.
Forgive me. She's a big fan of Skyrim. I will play Skyrim tomorrow for sure for you. We were talking about money being involved in.
Oh yeah. Was I?
Well, we were. I was trying to catch back up.
I see. Money, yeah, it'd be nice if we could get money out of politics, but that's going to take a lot of legwork as well. It would be easier to get all these major changes that we want done if we found a way to either fix the actual democratic process or remove all these assholes from office.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that Trump continually repeats that I do agree with is that start firing people. Like, it's long past time. And the fact that Congress is like a lifetime appointment, that needs to go away too.
Yeah. Congress, I don't know if it's technically a lifetime appointment, but you can serve forever. It's Supreme Court justices that are there have a lifetime appointment.
Yeah, that's.
Hello, what? I sound like an old people? My son. I'm trying to think of how they sound.
I can help you, sir. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about there.
Hello, Walmart. Where's my son? I don't know.
I don't know what he's referencing. I actually hate these challenges on this game. This has not been my favorite game experience. Eternal was really good. I have a lot of complaints about this game. The music's not good. This particular type of challenge is really boring. And kind of played out, frankly. And now I can't move. Kill imps with super shotgun to allow 4 seconds. Imps may be killed or spared at your discretion. Reach altar before timer expires. Basically tells me nothing.
Hell?
Yeah, I couldn't jump for a second. What? Yeah, it just stops me like in mid-air, mid-jump. I don't understand why it does that. I'm kind of getting pissed. Oh, you're good. Even Nedry agrees. I think what it is that the timer on the bottom is separate from the timer up top. Oh my gosh. Alright, I got it. That was easy. Even shitty child far superior to Skyrim. The whole game is Skyrim. Dude, okay. I gotta stop you there. You're being unfair. Skyrim is not a bad game. The company is the problem. The Skyrim itself has plenty of content and is, quite frankly, a very impressive game to me. Now, I can see why people were angry. It does have less content than the games that came before it, but it's also more graphically impressive, and it came out on the same system, I'm sure, and still is, in my opinion, a better game. Did you guys hear something just now? I don't think I heard anything, though. Why do you say that, Nedry? Give me some reasons why. Aside from Bethesda owning it.
I don't know. I'm getting kind of sick of releases of that game. How it comes out every year.
Yeah,
so.
And that's a fair complaint. I would actually accept that. In fact, with how many updates it's had, something about Skyrim being awesome. Over you. Yeah, the constant re-releases of that game are an issue. Quite frankly, they should have come out with a new game by now. That part I will accept. Some of it is recycled content from the original game, but I mean, it's still a unique IP. Well, yeah. Well, I would say that Skyrim was the peak, and then everything after that started to decline with Bethesda. That's part of the reason why most people will play Skyrim and nothing else Bethesda makes anymore.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Bethesda.
Now, if you want to shit on a current gen game that is still running and people still play, Elder Scrolls Online seems like hot garbage.
Yeah, now you make a fair point.
They have
one of our buddies.
Yeah.
Would constantly fucking ask if I would play it with him, and I'm like, no, dude, I'm not fucking playing the game.
Of your ex-buddies, I assume now. No, I'm just kidding.
They don't even know.
Oh. Alright. Yeah, I got on the online version, and it was really not good. Like, it was like they have 4 classes that really don't do anything. And apparently you can just change class mid-game. And with Skyrim, at least when you build your character, it feels like you're designing something unique. That there's classifications that matter, I guess. It gives you a boost. With the online, it was like it really didn't matter. You could change all of it anyway, and so there's really no attachment to your character, you know.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But like, I'm vibing with what Nedry's saying. Like, I get that somehow they accidentally shit out a good game with Skyrim, but like, it's like
It still boils down to Bethesda, though, right? Like,
I suppose so. Yeah. Like they're saying, Nedry's saying a lot of good shit. Like, kind of the beginning of the decline. Super buggy on release. They keep re-releasing the game all the time, but I think they're using like fan mods, efficiency mods, and things like that, and releasing them as a package later.
Is he talking about Skyrim or is he talking about online? Because I got a little lost.
I think
their game engine did have a lot of problems, at least on the PS4. On the PS5, I had zero issues.
It does have issues.
I think it's gotten better on better hardware. Like, when I played on the PS4, it was almost unplayable because it had so many issues. Ever since I've played on the PS5, it's been really good. Like, I've had like no issues with it. But I don't know. It's definitely not a bugless game though. That's for sure. Like, I had to dig my wife out of the ground in that game. And it was kind of messed up. But it's still, if it's not glitching, it is actually a good game. The story is incredible. Like, I do have to totally agree with you there. The story of Skyrim is amazing. This is another problem I have with this version of Doom, is that they do not tell you where you need to go very well. And if I was
imagine Doom is a big hallway.
Big hallway.
Yeah.
Why is that? Just feels like.
Yeah, kind of feels that way.
And the funny part is that there's actually very little content in Doom games, and yet Nedry's head over heels for that. So,
I think it's because it's a very what do you call it?
Linear.
No, not just that, but it's like a very oh my god, what they call it? It's the experience is very what it's meant to be.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's like it's
catered,
built.
I think.
Catered. I'd say more. Oh gosh, it's got a formula that it sticks to, right? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, because like you think of like say Legend of Zelda 64 versus Breath of the Wild. It's very clear cut and dry what you need to do in Ocarina, and then did I say Breath of the Wild is a very open experience.
Yeah.
And Ocarina, and a lot of the older ones like Link to the Past. No, dude, fuck Starfield.
I have had so little experience with Starfield. I'm kind of.
I didn't even have to play it. I saw the trailers and knew that I would hate that game. My brother asked me, he's like, yo, are you gonna get Starfield? And I'm like, why the fuck would I get Starfield when I have like No Man's Sky that's been out for ever and like does everything that Starfield is advertising, and it's not a true fucking thing.
Yeah, I've been told that Starfield was more for like a realism crowd, and then because Bethesda blew it, like, well, isn't it meant to be like a gritty, like Space Explorer, and not so much like pretty and like No Man's Sky is?
I honestly do not know.
I'm gonna have to look it up. It's been so long.
Like whatever they were aiming for, it did not come.
Well, I do know one thing I remember from that game. I am going to commit great crime. I'm going to bust nuts in Water Tower.
You're going to cross nuts?
Cross nut? No, I don't want to talk about that.
Oh my! I fucked up.
I've never played it. The game was louder than you. Oh, all right. Let me fix that. Duck 2. Give me a little more context. Oh yeah, she's trying to copy her save file over into I think she's trying to copy her Skyrim save file. Hold on. OMG, if I want to copy my game from a portable drive, I have to wait for it to install all over again. Yeah, I think she's trying to copy her Skyrim save file into a different, like maybe a PC or something. Why does the PS5 have no console storage? How big is the game you're copying over, Ryu? I'm confused. The PS5 has more storage than any of the PS4s. Yeah, that is true. I'm actually convinced that a lot of the extra space that are in these games, like Nintendo does it right, where they shrink these game files insanely low, and then they still look good, and everything is playable. So I don't know why everything looks so crappy. Yeah, you know, the PS5, there was no console in the market that I saw that looked like it had more potential than the PS5, and I have never been more disappointed in my life. Unless you want to talk about every election cycle I've been alive for. But yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that. They tried to remove the. Yeah. They did kind of. Yeah, I remember that. Use a C port, finally. I remember when they tried to release the 3DS with no charger, and people lost their minds. I remember when the Nintendo tried to release the 3DS with no charging port, and people kind of. Well, in order to utilize 4K tech in the PS4 Pro, you had to buy a 4K capable HDMI cord. And people were like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, if I remember right. Yeah, what the hell? I was so confused when everyone was freaking out about. Oh, that's not something. I was so confused when everybody was freaking out about Reggie Fils-Aimé's death. I'm like, I'm not exactly like, or retirement. Tired, and everyone's like, I'm so sad. He's been around for so long. I'm like, yeah, doing nothing. Like why do people like him? I never understood that because Nintendo's been shit. Yeah, but yeah, you're right with Iwata though. You know, I feel like Iwata was one of the few that actually did care about like bringing quality content. I mean, he fixed Pokemon Go and put an entire other not Pokemon Go, Pokemon. Oh god, it was an older game, but he put an entire 2 other maps into that game and made it the biggest Pokemon game that I'm aware of as far as Game Boy Advance games went. Oh wow. I haven't done. I still need to finish Earthbound. Actually, I haven't gotten halfway through that. Oh, in fact, maybe that. Well, my 3DS is hacked anyway, so it's. Although, yeah, I'd want to. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I definitely would want to play it on PC so I could stream it because I'm willing to bet that game probably sees a lot of. Oh man, I've been kind of worried that that Twitch is going to start siding with these game companies and make it so that you have to actually purchase these games, like, and prove that you have them legally, and will block emulation. If Nintendo files a cease and desist order, we may not have a choice. You know. Oh, that I hope you're right, man. I've been so disappointed with tech lately. It's like, dude, I went to buy a monitor and I couldn't find one that was under $400. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, why would I want a 1080p screen that I used to be able to buy for $30, and you guys are trying to sell me a load of schlum? So this is nonsense. I am a graphics whore, though. He is right about that. I like. Yeah. What? What do you say? My Nintendo Switch is sitting right next to me, brother. But he is partially right about that. My biggest gripe with Nintendo is that they continue to release these like they've cornered the handheld market. That's absolutely certain. But graphically, like they're just not doing anything. And if the Switch 2 isn't a significant upgrade, I'm gonna be angry. No, that was it. That was it. Go for it. I hate that too, for the record. Yeah. Yeah, for the record, that is not the only reason I hate Nintendo. Like I just agree with him. That's part of it. I'm very angry with the way that Nintendo treats its fan base, and that they make it so you can't. They purposely outdate their hardware so you can't purchase games that they want to eventually pack sell to you, and they don't even repackage it. They just give you the same thing back that you already bought. A lot of these. Yeah, I agree. In fact, wow, that's a great idea. In fact, and once games get old enough, they should stay on accessible on those consoles for everyone. Quite frankly, like Time Splitters 2 or Time Splitters 1, good game. I would not spend money to rebuy it again. Like I wouldn't do it, but I would play it if it was free, and that would give me incentive to buy these consoles. But there's really no reason to buy a console anymore. Oh, I just realized something. Yeah, we are still talking Ron, but I turned the desktop audio off by accident. Because I'm a moron.
Oops.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, well I've been dropping mad nut truths on you, my guy.
Yeah, he actually agrees with you on the Nintendo falsehoods and the Bethesda problems with Skyrim, just to catch you up on when I turned that off.
Yeah, Nintendo. I don't know how far back we went, but I was saying Nintendo is like also like the Apple of video games with their proprietary chargers and storage. Their entire like library up until like the 3DS, you had to use their proprietary fucking data storage. And then they had the balls to call out Sony on it for like the PSP when they had those long proprietary dicks. The Internet Archive, I do not, but give me that idea. I want to taste it.
I'm really tired of, what I think the greatest drain on our society's resources is? Inheritance babies. Like, you should be allowed to get a certain amount of inheritance from your parents. But after that, it still needs to be enough that you get a job and contribute to society. Like, that needs to be a thing.
I can almost agree with that. There's going to be a lot of fucking, not that we need to cater to them, but a lot of fucking, nationalize the Internet Archive. Put all their old games on an archive. I totally agree. But there's too much money involved in just sitting on IPs and whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
I can go down that rabbit hole in a minute, but first, I think that's kind of like a lot of people's purpose in life, is to build wealth and transfer it to the next generation, so they don't have to suffer like you did. That's kind of the American fucking dream.
And yet here we are.
I can agree. Well, I know they've kind of fucked the American dream. That's not on like.
Okay, hear me out though.
Passing on wealth. Let me finish my thought.
Okay.
But the ultra wealthy and like trust fund kids and shit, they have like special loopholes. I don't know about trust fund actually, but like if they have a trust fund, they're gonna get more when the parents die. There are loopholes where they have stocks and other things that appreciate in value, probably houses, etc. They have to pay no taxes on capital gains, of course, if you don't sell. But the loophole is you take out a loan, and then you can sell those stocks to pay back debt. And if you are using it to pay back debt, you don't have to pay taxes on debt or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's also the major loophole of passing on all of your wealth to your son or whatever. They, for whatever reason, they don't have to pay taxes on unrealized gains after they die, and that is just fucking ridiculous. I'm like, say I won a car, it would change my fucking life or whatever. I would still have to pay fucking taxes on that car, and nobody died.
Yeah, I mean, Bezos does this thing where he just constantly takes out bigger and bigger loans and he doesn't have to pay taxes on it. Like, I don't know. That shouldn't be equal. It's like they're not contributing anything back to society. Bezos' wife, she's the one woman that I would say divorced the right man. You know what she did with her money after she divorced him?
I hear she starts donating and she's no longer a billionaire.
Yeah.
Or I'm thinking of a different ex-wife.
No, that's her. She's one of the most generous women to ever exist, and Bezos is actually asking her to stop because he thinks it's destroying the system to give poor people money. Bezos. Yes, I hate that dude.
The only thing I would argue is I absolutely hate Bezos too. Fuck that dude. 6 weeks from Sunday, but he at least is at the top of a business that does contribute to society, while everything that they do at Amazon or whatever is really fucking underhanded. People are buying stuff they want and stuff they need and services that they want, like with the movie services and the weird scam of Prime shipping, basically. It causes a lot of waste, but when they eat the cost, it just kind of gives this illusion that people don't feel bad about and don't have to think about, where they just kind of create more waste. And
here's the problem I have with what you're saying: he's replacing his workers with robots that will eventually move the return value that we get from purchasing from him.
I am not defending Bezos, really. I'm just saying that it's only slightly less evil than the finance bros who are.
Oh yeah,
they gamble and play with. Basically,
yeah, he has a job at least. Money. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah. Like it actually does something. Things and money move around a little bit.
Yeah.
Product happen. Like people aren't like just handing money to tech and what do you call it? I just said finance. Willingly and knowingly. Like your 401k is basically managed by these big finance assholes. Everybody kind of gives up the control of their money each step up the ladder you go. Like you put into the 401k, and then they all
bail on you.
Pay into finance. Like I don't know what the fuck they're called. Those big groups where they all buy stocks together. I forget what that's called. And then
it's a stock market, stock brokering. I know what you're
talking about. Yeah. But it's a collective. It's not just on the individual level of talking to each individual fucking customer. They're just kind of playing with everyone's money at once, trying to boost it slowly and safely, quote unquote. What do you call it? Finger quotes.
Let me know if something happened in the chat. This game requires way too much attention. Listening to you and going in the chat.
Oh yeah, well they're saying that figure something out with public libraries. I like. Oh yeah, they oh my gosh, there have been so many fights with like game preservation, archives and libraries and stuff like that. Like companies keep trying to sue, and either some lose, some win. I think, I don't remember, but there is an active effort to preserve old games, even ones that like required servers and internet connection. They're like, you can come in here on our network or on our systems to play these old dead games.
Yeah.
And while sure we shouldn't have to stop tech replacing dangerous and menial labor type jobs, we need to have more safety nets and a better society in order to really embrace that.
Yeah, okay, so I'm okay with, in fact, that's the way it should be, is that dangerous jobs get replaced by tech, but...
Someone just popped in and then they just left.
Who was it? Do you know?
Oh, no, nobody.
Oh, okay.
Homie.
I think. What does remedial mean? Just repetitive?
Just the boring shit, like lick a letter envelope, seal it, and slide it into a cubby.
Dang, I don't know. Okay, see, that's the part that I don't know about, because, like, at least a person is functioning and moving there, and, like, having work is a good thing.
Right. I'm not saying that we should get rid of those jobs. Hold on. I'm just letting the homie know that they're not in trouble. We're just talking mad politics and doing that thing. They're like, oh, I was just saying hi. Like, oh, good, homie. You here?
We're fighting. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Screw peace.
Like, if we don't have to pay somebody to do that for them to like numb their brain all day, but also we don't have like the weird need to job. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah,
I want creatives to be able to be creative without worry about starving. But I also don't think that we should like the bad version of socialism, communism that people think of, like where everybody just has enough money to lay around and do nothing. I personally have observed that people aren't lazy even when their needs are met. I'm sure you can attest to this right now, Omega. You have probably been going absolutely insane not doing anything.
Yeah, not having a job right now has actually kind of been driving me insane. Like, yeah, I actually have been suicidal because of it, but go for it.
I'm so sorry, guy. I'm sorry to hear that you're suicidal, and I want to be there and hopefully help your mental state. But
you are, yeah.
Like, if you had all the money and healthcare, like medicine, etc., that you need, that you constantly have to fight for, you would still find something to do, productive for society.
Yeah, or try to, but here's the point that Nedry's bringing up, and I says, but what happens to people like me afterward? Does the government just tell us where? Like, my problem is that creative types can be creative, but how do we get funds into the hands of people who live here still? Like, we still, as much as people want to change it, live in a capitalist society. So if somebody isn't making capital, then they aren't allowed to live here, basically. And that's wrong, of course, but that is not just going to go away overnight. So there has to be somewhere for these people who do remedial labor jobs to go.
Is that what Nedry's saying, that's his job, is manual labor? Because we can get rid of manual labor in general at any time soon. UBI. I feel that. That's what I'm saying is UBI, but I didn't want to say that because all these buzzwords and like acronyms tend to get people excited. UBI is Universal Basic Income.
Oh, that's what I told my mom last night, dude. It's so funny. I was sitting there, I was like, Mom, there is a way to tackle AI, but it's going to require universal basic income. And every time I say that word, she's like, and it's like the most disappointing look on her face. But I don't, the thing that I don't get is, like, you keep thinking we're replacing artists with machines. No matter how hard you work, there's never going to be a time where people think that people should be paid. So I'm okay with a universal basic income at this point. That does not mean I'm a socialist.
And that's also not going to get rid of like general factory workers for like making food or whatever. A robot isn't just going to be. God, I'm trying to think of examples. Where I used to work, there were a lot of automated jobs, but I was still super fucking
freaking Ryu. Yeah, sorry, go.
Makes sense?
Yes, it does.
But even though almost everything that I had to do was mostly automated, there were still some manual things. Like I would have to connect one type of product to the main machine. I'm just trying to give as few details as possible, but also paint a picture. Because I don't want to document.
Well, funny enough that you're saying that, Nedry knows what you're talking about, actually.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, probably. Like we've all worked like either a factory or some other form of manual labor. Like,
well, what I'm saying is that you and Nedry worked at the same factory.
Oh, but shush. Yeah, no, okay, shush. All right, so then he knows. I was up in the the fruity area upstairs, if you will, but don't say what it is. But to an extent, but yeah, no, we are totally a long way away from that, ways
Yeah.
away from that.
Yeah, I agree.
The desire to work that kind of crazy hard job would be way down if we had a UBI. Like, oh, I most of my basic needs are met. You're gonna have to pay me better than you did before for me to even want to fucking work for you. So like UBI, unions, raising the minimum wage, all these things that people fight adamantly. Yeah, you weren't supposed to say it, Nedry.
What did he do? What did he do? Hold on.
He said it. But yeah, that's where I
Oh,
was.
I don't think he said anything that would dox you.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Without any context, nobody's gonna know what the fuck.
Well, that's that thing from Willy Wonka, right? That's where you're at in the fruit.
Yes, okay. I was working upstairs with the other Oompa Loompas.
Oh.
Squishing fruit with my feet.
Yeah,
it was automated feet, but.
Oh wow! Lucky you. I don't think most Oompa Loompas have had that. So. Blessed.
Yeah, no. I had it nice up there. No. It was very like fast paced. There weren't as many people as there should have been. Still, most of it was automated, but like we were still like working. So I think to an extent, yeah, we can remove more and more of the dangerous parts of even factory jobs, but wanting to be there at all is gonna have you're gonna need to be paid more if UBI and or raise the minimum wage.
Yeah, and my question does become, how do we incentivize that? Like, do certain people, are only certain people allowed to buy certain things at that point? Like, do we cap?
Like, what do you mean?
Like,
what are you trying to incentivize?
Work. Like, we still want to incentivize creativity, right?
Okay.
Reward that.
So, herein lies the problem. If we did more automation in other dangerous areas, took away some of the more dangerous jobs first, of course, not all of them, and some stuff I think is just going to be really hard to go away. I can't think of an example right meow, but stuff. Not everybody's going to have the money to yes, but
no, we can't.
Dangerous. We can't get rid of butt stuff, but we can automate it.
Oh, good.
Anyways, not everybody's going to have the money or want to go AI. Like, a lot of people that own these businesses are old cucks and hate change, unless it brings them all the money in the world. So there's going to be a bit of conflict of, do I pay for the robots or do I just keep my employees miserable? You know.
Which one will create more suffocates is the question.
The final frontier is the butt frontier.
Oh.
Sorry, what was your question? I was thinking about butt stuff.
Oh no, I was running on the lines of, do I keep my employees suffering? And then I thought to myself, what is the way I can create the most suffering possible while still making a profit? Yeah.
the most profit possible.
Exactly.
But so while like there would be a separation of, like, say people want to be creative but they literally can't afford it because we're all starving. We have to do something.
Right.
Sometimes they get lucky and they can break out, but inspiring more creatives would take away from the manual labor pool, if you will. But the more we automate it, the less that it's gonna matter. Yeah, like
as long as there's something to replace the workers. Like that's
I don't have I don't have well, we also create a lot of waste already. I don't think we'll see a huge problem right away, no matter which way we try to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The big problem will be people actually being able to afford the products once they all start losing their jobs.
Yeah, but if they have UBI or we raise minimum wage to where, like, say, one income is able to support a family, or you have a basic income already, and you just want to live comfortable now.
Yeah.
Then you go find a job, and you have to put up with less bullshit.
Okay. Yeah. I for some reason I thought that we'd move away from UBI. So yeah. Okay. We have a solution.
Oh no. Yeah. Either of those, if not, preferably both. would be a lot better.
What I'd really want to do is I'd want to start people off. If we were to start moving into the system, what I want to do is people who get fired from their job, and it's not them doing something intentional, like laid off, they get started on a UBI like that immediately.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I think we could just use the already in place like workman's comp and get rid of the whole right to work bullshit. Right to work doesn't exactly mean that like you have the right to work. It means I don't know. Working is a right.
It means shut up and work is what it means.
Yeah, shut up, work, and do as you're told, or we're gonna fire you for literally no fucking reason. And we don't have to explain it, but you can still. There are still like federal protections. But I'm getting lost again. Sorry. You know, major injury, you don't lose your UBI, and you don't make as much as you did before, but you have workman's comp, or what do they call it? They called it some sort of insurance. Income insurance, something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it too now. Income-based insurance.
They were talking about it a lot during the few years ago when all this shit was going around, and I don't want to say the word because you'll get a fucking warning.
Text it to me.
Yeah. But
oh, my Facebook got banned. Cool. All right. Well, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, yeah. He's thinking about 19. Not the 19 you're thinking, but the 19 where they would put 10G in you. That during those times, people were talking. Thank you. Fuck, I'm stupid. Unemployment insurance. Thank you, Nedry.
Oh, yeah, I know. Okay, yeah. I think I understand now. Okay, continue. I was actually thought you were talking about it's workman's comp is what I thought.
Unemployment insurance and workman's comp and things like that would supplement the UBI is what I was getting at, but I can't remember words sometimes, so it takes forever.
I can understand that.
I like that you also said robots, Nedry. I do that all the time. Especially when I want to be like disrespectful to like video game enemies or something, like, you goddamn robot. And as for say nobody can afford stuff, like they'll fix it. Like, capitalists will be permitted to exist, but I mean, if nobody has any fucking money and they're willing to crash the economy, then we just kind of we put them on trial and charge them with economic terrorism. Like, it's.
Well, see, I would thought we would already be there by now. Like, that's the problem that I'm having. Right. It's like, I do not trust that people care enough about their own rights to not wait up until the last second to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where my anger comes from.
That's why I was very open to the idea of these discussions, because, like, in a public place, maybe we get a few ears to. I mean, let's face it, we're not like the brightest bulbs, and we don't have all the ideas, but hearing both sides have a discussion might be enough to inspire somebody else to explain what's the real words, like, and the real ideas to a fuller extent to other morons like us.
Yeah, because we got morons need love too. Now we still need insurance
before it's too late, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but I have to finish my thoughts, or they're just falling right out of my head.
I thought you did. I'm sorry.
No, that wasn't on you. That was on me.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was literally apologizing for cutting you off because of my shitty habit that I have right now.
Literally growing up, though, I had a real problem with interrupting. It wasn't even intentional. I thought they finished their thought, and then really they were still mulling it over. And to be fair, I do kind of think that's on them sometimes, but like, that's also a problem with ADHD.
There's a lot of them. Sorry, I was responding to Nedry. You'll realize if you ever, like, for me, stuff like this always has to be pointed out because I can't really notice shit. I don't know. I don't know if it's autism, ADHD, or what the hell, or I'm just dumb. Let's face it. I'm willing to accept it. But if you observe neurotypicals, quote unquote, you'll see that they talk over each other a lot.
Yeah.
But they have like a special way of doing it to where they don't get mad at each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what you're doing different, but I'm like super quiet over here and I can't interject at the right time. And when I do, it's not important anymore. And everyone looks at me like I'm stupid.
Dude, I have to be honest with you. I actually think it's because typically we say something they don't agree with, or they get tired of answering questions, and then they blame us for not understanding immediately.
Well,
like,
I have an example of where it wasn't exactly that. It was one of our good pals and this girl that I used to hang out with. I wouldn't call it dating. I'd call it friends with benefits. She's really cool, and she deserved better than what I was putting her through. I was the asshole, okay? I am still an asshole, and I deserve all the punishment that's coming my way. Neither here nor there. I was hanging out with old buddy of ours and this girl. We were looking at, like, a sporting goods place. Looking at, like, fly fishing bait. Those little, I think, are they called flies? God, I haven't been fly fishing in so long. Fishing in general. But I used to have a little toolkit that I could make fly fish hooks, whatever they're called. I could make the flies. And they were like, "Oh, these cute little fly fish or whatever. Maybe we should do that one of these days." And I'm like, "Yeah, I literally have a fly fishing kit, like, to make the bait." And sorry, I keep trying to respond to your chat.
I know, I am too. I'm like, she's saying something. I'm trying to. I do want to say.
Cut me off for your chat. It's your show. I totally respect it.
Thank you. I try not to do this, but I do want to say it's possible, Ryu, but I've caught a lot of people in situations where I'll say something and then they won't agree with me, but then a couple days later, I'll hear them say it to somebody else or agree with that person because their tone was slightly different or something else, and I sit there and I'm like,
yeah, it's some sort of magic neurotypical thing that you guys all have.
Yeah, but that only, see, that was part of the problem with me growing up, that I did not fit into very many molds because I disagreed with a lot of the way people did things, and that would really piss people off. And I could never figure out if it was that I was the one that was different, or if I just genuinely had an idea that they didn't like, and because I didn't bend the knee, they decided to place me in stupid class, you know? But and there could be a combination too. I'm no genius, that's for sure. I mean, but there's definitely a thing in society of just labeling people stupid who don't fall in line, and that's actually, quite frankly, how people get deplatformed. You'll watch the comments and somebody will say, "I don't agree with you," and somebody will say, "That's stupid," not that "Oh, well, I just disagree." It's that your intelligence is at fault.
Yeah. And yeah, that's one of those, like, fallacies that people use during arguments and debate. They'll immediately go to the character instead of the substance.
Yeah.
I wanted to say thanks, Ryu. After the one time that we've talked, I know you wouldn't call us stupid.
I don't know, man. I'm just kidding.
I appreciate you clarifying and also telling me that they're called flies. But I wanted to finish that story real quick. I told them, I was like, "Oh, I have a kit to make the flies. If we ever wanted to go fly fishing or whatever." And then they moved on to, like, either something else or something related nearby. And I'm like, "Guys, I was telling you, I can literally make these. I have the kit, or you can make your own." And, like, I repeated myself one more time, and I'm like, "Guys, what the fuck is going on?" And they're like, what happened? I'm like, "I've literally told you guys 3 times that I have the shit for this to make it at home. Like, it's very relevant to the topic." Like, I didn't even get so much as a response of say, "Hey, yes, hey, no, shut up," or what, literally anything. They're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, guys. Oh, we don't know what happened." I'm like, I don't fucking know what happened either. why the fuck am I here? You know?
Yeah, I've been there. And that happened. Yeah, that does happen. I've been in that situation. Not that situation, but I've been in similar where it's like, I told you guys the answer. In fact, it actually happened in school
It
quite
happened between
often.
us last night or the night before.
Yeah, but
I just fucking told you.
that comes from exhaustion too, because we've been
Yeah,
like,
exhaustion and being distracted.
and part of me wonders if, well, okay, so the situation that would happen with me in school constantly is I would get a question right, and it would be like nobody could acknowledge me. It'd be like nobody was like, I didn't exist. And that drove me insane. And then eventually there was one time in class where all the kids in class had somehow got this similar answers, and mine was way out of, this was a math class, mine was way out in left field according to them. And then the teacher said I did it right, but it was just a PEMDAS question, and I was the only one in the class who got the question right. So I'm just kind of sitting there like it's kind of crazy to me, though. I did understand their situation because many of them did get the same answer that was still wrong, but it was easy to tell there was an order of operation that wasn't followed. But it wouldn't have happened had they just listened to my explanation. And it was like they just wouldn't wrap their head around it. But
I've had that happen too. There were plenty of times where it was very clear that to me now, looking back, if I had heard this story, I'd be like, well, clearly he's not stupid. But
yeah,
I always did terrible in school. But like most of the time, not all the time, especially since, you know, all the way up to high school, shit's fairly easy. Once you hit college, you're like, oh, maybe I'm not as gifted as I thought I was, but at least I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
So, like, I'd ace a chemistry test after not doing any homework, and then I had a friend at the time who she got like mad at me. She's like, dude, I'm not fucking talking to you anymore. How did you pass this or get 100% and you never do your homework? You did better than me. She was actually like miffed about it. She wasn't like mad at me and didn't want to talk to me anymore, but she was just like, just don't talk to me right now.
That was actually why I got.
It was fine later. We had a falling out because, you know, lives happen.
Yeah.
No bad blood or anything. She was cool.
It's kind of funny you mentioned that. You and I have something similar there because I did not do my homework. That was what caused my grades to have issues. But when we did the tests, I would pass with flying colors, and it was like,
hell yeah, Nedry.
Teachers would think I was
standing up for yourself. Sometimes shit be shit. Be it the school, the environment, or whatever. I tell them to fuck off, dude. At least I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I hope that's what it was.
My problem is that if what I'm doing is working and clearly I'm passing the test and I'm not cheating, then why do they continue to jam things down that are completely useless?
Man, that's some... Yeah, no, exactly. Like, the school system is designed to create factory workers.
Yep.
Even long after all the factory work has been outsourced to other countries. And Ryosuke, I had that happen to me as well, but it wasn't all the time or a specific teacher. It was like one. I remember one time specifically. I was in like some advanced place with math, or something like that. Not like a lot of good math. I wasn't like I'm not a genius, but I was like up ahead. They had a student up top. We were like taking turns doing stuff at the front of the class. And this one specific kid, white kid, was like totally ignoring me, like to an absurd degree. And I was like, hey, dude, hey, I got my hand up. I'm right here. And I'm like looking at the teacher, and we're both kind of like got a confused look. And I was like, is it because I'm brown? And he's like, you know what? Honestly, it could be. That's right. He can't hear you.
Gotta respect the honesty.
The kid didn't acknowledge it the entire time. He just moved on with his life as if he did nothing wrong. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. Those are terrible. For the record, I laughed because I thought he said it, and I was like, oh, well, at least he's honest. But those are terrible situations. When I got diagnosed with Asperger's,
sorry, can you repeat that? Your mic kind of cut out for me.
Oh, sorry. I had laughed earlier because I thought he was telling you that it was because you were brown. And then I was like, oh, well, at least he's honest. And I found that like...
Oh, yeah. No, I said that and asked that question out loud. And then the teacher was like, you know, honestly, it might be.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
and then Nedry, I was more of the academic, quote unquote, bad, but I wasn't like dumb. But socially, maybe somewhat. Had a few. Had an incident maybe or two. Got into a fight, and then another thing happened where I had to switch schools.
Oh, you never told me
Nothing,
about that.
nothing crazy. I think you do know this story, but just not in as much detail. But you might know in general
Interesting.
on it.
Well, we've been friends for a long time now, so I mean, I probably do. Just forgot.
But yeah, yeah. And I wouldn't remember if I told you because we've been each other so long.
I think the biggest thing that ever happened with me is that I had finally what was it? I think what finally screwed me over in the school system was that story I tried to tell Beesky, and that was kind of the final straw for me with him, where we did the slave day thing, and I refused to participate in it. And I think the teachers thought at that point that was when I got put into the special ed class. They thought that I was rebelling because I was just rebellious and not for the fact that I knew I would rather die than even pretend to be a slave for a day. It was like,
Yeah. I get where you're coming from. I totally get where they're coming from, but like trying to force it on you is just fucking ridiculous.
yeah, like I got the concept. You know, I don't know if I ever told the story, but the first time I met, it was kind of funny. I think I was like 5 years old, and the first time I ever met a black person, I was like shocked. I was like, wow, I've never seen somebody who looked like that before. So I run up to my mom and I'm like, Mom, why is this person black? And she's like, that's the way God made him. And that was literally the end of the discussion for me. I was like, oh, cool.
Right.
You know, it was like there
Yeah,
was no,
we've all had experiences like that.
and from that day forward, I never was able to understand why racism existed. I understood what it was, but I couldn't figure out why somebody would feel superior because of a group they're in and not because of the character they put forward. And that was, I don't know, that was like the biggest. I think I was 5 when I figured that out, and it's just kind of like, I don't know. It was really weird for me to go through that experience, and then after that, I of course lost complete trust in that school system. And then, of course, I come to where we live now, and this system was better. I'll give it that. It was better in some ways, but they still rammed the factory work idea down your throat, and
that's the whole education system across the union, man. Unless you go to like a special private school where they, your parents can afford to pay these the faculty, the school
charter schools, yeah.
Yeah, to actually educate you, you're getting a factory education.
It is so depressing to think about. Like, I used to be for private education until I realized the reason it happens, or what happens, is that it secludes the people who can't afford those educations and then locks them into a poverty cycle. So I sit here, I'm like, okay, I'm for choosing what school you go to. I am not for that. That is unfair.
I used to be okay with the choice. So I'm like, say you get lucky, win the lottery, or you just one of those the people that the system is designed for, where you cannot do anything but work, and you have to work to feel, or whatever. Those people that are just married to the fucking job, and you gotta pay for that. Like, that's apparently still not the greatest. Like, there's some country, I don't remember which, where they just kind of combine all classes, like
Japan,
social class, and then these rich kids, albeit rich kids, have to grow up around people of other social status, so they're not like isolated weirdos when they become adults.
Yeah.
As well as, if everybody has to go to the same school, then suddenly the rich people have to give a fuck about how the education system is dealt with.
Yeah.
Forces them to not fuck it.
I agree. The problem that I think I have, like let's take Common Core for example.
Oh man, yeah, I don't even know about that shit.
Well, the government then starts taking control of it, and it's like We don't want that either, because half of the people that get elected because they're popular, not because they were smart or accomplished things. It was because a lot of people liked them.
Back into our like cleaning the swamp and fixing democracy. If the like, what do they call the person that, I don't know, the master of education in the United States was elected and not appointed on the federal level, and then in the state level we we were fucking better at it, understanding who was running and didn't have as many obstacles. Like, hey, this guy's been a teacher, or they've got some sort of doctorate, etc.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, I think Tony Stark is a fictional character.
Wait, what are we talking?
Oh, am I okay to talk to him, or do you want me to wait?
Yeah, go for it. I'll be right back. I have to go pee real bad. So.
Okay, okay. I'll pee after you get back.
Okay.
So, uh-oh. Is the stream dying? Oh, no, okay.
I think I would be saying, uh-oh, is everything right?
No, it's fine now. Yeah, it could have been on my end, or just a hiccup. Okay. But the stream paused for a second. So, Tony Stark is a fictional character. I like the idea of him, and I wish it was real, but people were comparing Elon Musk to the Tony Stark, and that wasn't really the case. They kind of had like a completely different like background. They both had nepotism, I suppose, but Tony was an actual genius, and Elon, just about everything he touched, he didn't really do much except for PayPal. I guess he was, of course, tech nepo baby is gonna be good at finance tech. Go figure. But I'm sure you know about it. That his patents, not real. What? Like all of Elon's patents, or not his, but like all the tech emerging from all the companies that he owns, he didn't really have any input. I think the only big thing that he had any creative input on was like the proprietary plug for the Tesla cars, the shape, and that whole thing. But otherwise, he's not really like an actual engineer or genius, unless I totally misunderstood. Oh, no, never mind. No, you were talking about Tony. But it just goes to show that the isolated rich weirdo, it doesn't really turn out to be a great person. Philanthropist or not, is not really a good measurement for being a good person. Let's just pretend that I'm the fan behind him. God, it was such an ugly car.
What was?
The Teslas. The Cybertruck, I want to believe.
Oh yeah, the Cybertruck was crap. Yeah, that looks terrible.
I've seen the other Teslas, and I don't remember there much because I'm not a car guy, so I couldn't tell you if they were like good looking.
Well, they're all over.
Do you want me to allow ugly ass? Somebody's message got held back, but they weren't talking about a person. They were talking about a car.
Yeah, you can go ahead and allow any message, quite frankly, at this point. Unless somebody's...
I have not.
Unless somebody's spamming vanities.
No, I don't know what the hell happened. It looks like... Oh, you did it. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm dumb. I haven't seen the Tesla cars in a while, but the truck is absolutely stupid. Like, incredibly stupid.
It looks like a garbage can. And raccoons are literally trying to break into them because they think there's food inside. So it's like...
Yeah, fuck. They think they're trash cans, so they're trying to break in.
Even God was like
exploding in the hurricane.
Well,
it's so funny.
To be fair, I don't think people like that's part of the new technology problem is that hybrids do that too. Like electric cars aren't safe either. That part is still in testing, and not many people
Sure,
send their
sure.
car through
I
a
think I
hurricane.
think in the extreme, it's just funny to think about. But when in extremes, yeah, I can see that happening to all the other manufacturers. But like even the slightest bit of rain, you could pee on a Cybertruck and break it. Like
I mean, it's
they
electronic, so yeah.
no, but hear me out. The other hybrid and electric cars can survive at least a drizzle.
Yeah.
They can survive rainfall. That's reasonable.
Well, I have been down in the city for a while, and I've had a chance to see a lot of the Teslas in action finally. And there's been pretty heavy rains they've been flying in.
I'm
Now,
not talking about the Tesla car.
the
I don't know
Cybertruck,
what the fuck, but the Cybertruck specifically,
yeah, it's having a
Elon's
lot of
baby.
problems.
Of course, that thing is a pile of shit.
Although we have one where we live, and he actually has towed some pretty impressive crap. Like, it, I think the main problem is that it was not designed water friendly, which is really stupid because it's a truck. Like
Right?
people go
And
swamping in trucks.
I've seen a video of them trying to be fancy, and they were like pulled off of just a wet lawn. It couldn't move.
Oh my
It wasn't
god,
even like super hardcore terrain.
that's hilarious.
And some dude tried to run through a fucking PVC fence. You know those white plastic vinyl fences? They're
No
like,
way.
I'm gonna drive through this fence,
He didn't
but they were
make
going
it?
like long ways. So he made it and tore it down, but the car was ruined in the process.
Oh my gosh. That's insane. Well, it's the first ever electric truck, so I mean, I don't for
Yeah,
public
I
use,
didn't
I
think that they
guess.
were gonna skip everything and reinvent the fucking wheel. I figured they would at least start with truck and then modify that to make Cybertruck. But they apparently went the other way. They were like, okay, battery, wheels, now let's figure out the frame. Or slap a frame on there. We're not worried about that.
Yeah.
Get them out there because a bunch of people pre ordered and they were waiting forever.
Yeah, that's another thing I think needs to go away. Especially, oh man, that's a whole
If
other
it was also
discussion.
a boat, you know, I would have a hard time shitting on Elon about it if it was also a boat somehow.
Well, give him the idea then. Message him and say, hey.
It literally doesn't matter. He's not going to do it. Elon's had a lot of really stupid ideas, like that stupid, I don't know what it was called, but like a cyber tunnel that was basically just a subway.
Oh, you're talking
Where
about the Hyperloop.
the Hyperloop,
Yeah.
it's incredibly fucking dangerous and not very well kept. A huge waste of fucking money. And then
Yeah, I looked a lot into that. I actually didn't mind the concept. It was
yeah,
how
of
they
course, that's
did
what I'm
it.
saying. The concept of these ideas, like an electric truck, doesn't sound like a bad idea on paper, but in implementation, Musk is
Yeah,
not a
he
fucking
butchered it.
genius.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with the Hyperloop, and there was some other shit that he tried recently. I can't remember what the fuck it was. There's just a whole list of things.
I mean, I don't. I still like Musk to a large extent. Like I can't
Musk,
sit here and
what?
say I still like Elon to a large extent. Like I think he's an innovator. He just.
He's really not, is what I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, he's the first person to ever vertically land a spaceship. Like that's a real thing that we now have technology. I
That kind of seems like digging for an achievement. Like when you watch football and they're like, "Oh, this is the first person to wear to make a I don't know, some sort of like
or well, let me
stat
phrase it
that
this way.
with very explicit terms that makes it a record."
Right. Let me phrase it this way. How many times do innovators fail before they get something right? And if we were to look at Elon's record, I mean, the Cybertruck still tows things, which is one of the biggest debates that people said couldn't happen.
That's not an innovation by any stretch.
Well,
Trucks have been towing things for a long
no,
time.
yeah, but an electric car. We're talking about
We have lots of electric things that aren't in the shape of a truck, granted, that can haul things.
Sure, but
like when they have trains that haul a lot of passengers, or they have other sort of equipment that are electric that aren't necessarily in the shape of a truck. You want to give him credit for that, I guess.
Well, I mean, okay, well, let's not use just the Cybertruck in that instance, actually, because he's helped build some of those things too, like the first.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. He's not like an engineer or a revolutionary.
Well, he hires the person that makes it, sure, but
that's not well. For starters, if it were that easy, he should be succeeding at every single turn. But
name one innovator.
For whatever reason, all sorts of shit just keeps going fucking wrong. He keeps getting all these like government, state, local, and federal contracts to just fail, and it's kind of disgusting. For one, two, like if you look through all the like patents and stuff from the companies that he's quote unquote built, which the only one that he kind of built was like PayPal that he wanted to call X way back in the day. And I was telling chat that of course a tech finance nepo baby is going to be good at tech finance. So
excuse me, sorry.
One thing he is good at was, I don't know about anymore, was getting people's money. PayPal having like a universal
well,
not tied to a traditional bank thing was fairly revolutionary. I want to give that credit because I don't want to lie, then discredit all of my arguments.
Right, and I would actually say above even innovation, he's a salesman. Sorry.
Oh, okay. See that I will concede. He's definitely a very good salesman. People keep fucking buying it. I don't know how or why. It doesn't matter how many times shit goes wrong. He keeps making the sale.
I think he still has
from Twitter for whatever reason.
Well, there's a lot.
Twitter's gonna be fine, but
there's a lot that happened to Twitter that I think people.
And I think you followed that one a bit more than I did. So I will want to hear what you have on that in a minute. But
yeah, finish your stuff.
The when it comes to like SpaceX, I'm not sure. I haven't fucking looked. I probably should look if I'm gonna constantly shit on this dude. And I hate that you make me become an expert in shit that I hate all the fucking time. That's the one thing I hate about our having to argue is with you, but like all these topics that we discuss is you constantly make me like study a bunch of shit that I don't care about. Like I fucking don't care about Elon, goddamn, but have to look everything up to figure out what's going on. And,
yeah.
But Tesla, he sure as fuck didn't.
Yeah, and you and I agreed on that because remember he made the spark plug for it, and that was literally it. Like.
Yeah. But also he wasn't a founder. Was where I was headed.
Yeah, he bought it from Tim Wallace, right?
I don't remember. Because if you're willing to sell your dream, that would totally be fine, and you would. I don't know. It depends. Like if you're an old man, you've lived your life, you've got enough money, you want to pass it on to somebody, go ahead and sell that shit. But if you're like a young dude, and you're like, I just want to coast, I just want this money.
Yeah, I was saying that more to remind you that we had this discussion before, and I do agree with you that as far as the Tesla car itself goes, he had very little hand in actually doing anything with it. Yeah. And that is what made his business successful at the end of the day, with car manufacturing at least.
As well as worker exploitation. I think it was Elon. I always get it mixed up if it's Elon or Bezos that people literally died in their fucking factories.
Oh, that was Bezos because he refused to replace the heating units, and it started killing people. Yeah.
People were getting heat exhaustion and shit. They didn't even let people go home for the fucking day. They're like, no, just stay away from the body and blah blah blah. And then a few hours later, they're like, you know what? Yeah, you guys can go home. We're gonna, avoid a fucking lawsuit, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's not even. It wasn't even. Hey, this is probably the right thing to do. It's we don't want to get sued because they would have had the best fucking
case ever.
Case against him, yeah.
Which, quite frankly, that's another reason I'm really pissed at people. They are somewhat lazy because we could win so many lawsuits against these dudes that they wouldn't have the power they have. But no one is willing to put that time and money into to do those things.
Yeah, because not just your pay now, but your health insurance and a big fine at the end of the year if you don't have health insurance waits for you.
And thanks Obama for that.
No, I do. Obama, holy fucking shit. I hate Obama. But it's all tied to your job, so people are more afraid than ever.
Yeah. And I get that part of it. I think people need to get over some of the self-preservation stuff. Like, I
can agree for you and me personally. We would probably make that choice. But if the system weren't set up that way, I think the system is more of the problem than the people. Because people just want to live and let live.
Anybody want me to...
On a personal level, I totally agree. We should...
there has to be some...
before slavery.
Exactly, yeah. See, you get it, man. This is the problem. I get it. You're the proof to me that there are people out there who think for themselves, and it angers me.
Yes,
it's like...
I absolutely want you to eat a grilled cheese for me because I don't want to make one.
Yeah, me too.
I want one, but I don't want to make it.
Nedry wants you to do it too.
Only eat.
No. Eat. Not participate in its production. Oh. My god. I hate these things. This is the only part of this game that I don't like.
What they're called, the big pinkies?
Yeah.
They were in the old game, and they were... I don't know if they're really... I don't know. I find them endearing. It's hard to explain. I thought they were endearing back then with their little... I can't really hear the game because I have it muted. Because I don't want to hear you echo the same thing back to me 7 seconds later.
You don't?
And then hear my own voice at all. So...
Yeah. Dude, is it just me or is when I go into my Discord to test whether you hear me or not, and I hear my voice back, it's like the most off-putting thing ever. It's like less than a second delay, but it still feels like I don't know. It feels disrespectful to myself somehow.
Yeah, no. So that is a legit thing. They make machines, like a machine for. It's not like it doesn't have any practical use. It's just for playing pranks, I think, so far. But it plays back your voice to you with a half second to a second delay, so it sounds like you're constantly being interrupted, and you put it in your ear and you just try to talk and you look like a total asshole. That's a real phenomenon. You're cutting yourself off constantly. That's a real thing. It's not. You're not weird. I promise.
I'm glad because I was losing my crap that day. I was like, I cannot. There was something else. I think I could hear my voice in stream. I was trying to do it to monitor if they could hear me. But it was just killing me. I was like, this is not doable. I never thought just listening to myself talk would be that.
I used to have to deal with that though all the time because instead of having an audio mixer like I have now. The audio mixer sends everything that I can hear and my own voice, etc., right back into my ear with zero delay.
That makes it better.
So I can tell my volume. I can tell what if there's any other ambient sound in the room, things like that. But most importantly, I'm not giving myself some kind of stutter.
Yeah.
It was really bad when I first started because it was a digital audio mixer that I used to use on the computer. I forget what it's called, but you would basically use it so that you could control the audio in your computer. And since it was using the computer that it was recording from, there was a bit of a delay in the time that it would take to process everything, etc., etc. Uh, it was basically one of those machines.
Yeah,
And I had to get used to it. It was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
I think I had an audio.
Yes, Ryu, grilled cheese for me.
You two live close enough to each other. You probably should come grab one from her.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, I mean, the wife's out of town. I don't know if.
Oh yeah, no, never mind. Run.
I mean, unless you're down.
I mean, I'm 3 hours away.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
I know you're down.
I'm always down. How is wife?
She's good. She just had her wisdom teeth removed.
Oh
man,
it was
a whole fucking ordeal.
Oh, it's terrible, dude. So
I like how you shot that hologram. I had mine removed in high school.
Yeah, it's really funny to say. I had mine removed a little after high school, but I have a really funny story for you. So
tell me.
There's this game out that it's a location-based game long before Pokemon Go did its crap. I can't remember its name.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
But
I can't remember the name of it either, but it was like the same company, by Niantic, right?
It was by Niantic.
Yeah, and I remember people were talking about that.
I started to play it, and I got really excited because I finally had a phone that I could play a location-based game to replace the game that I used to play called Shadow Cities. That was a really good game. It was just locked onto iOS, and I could never afford an iPhone. So anyway,
I would never buy an iPhone.
Yeah, well, it was a stupid game looking back. Anyway,
No, you're good. You don't have to explain.
I got on this game, and I ended up finding a Christian pastor right after I got my tonsils out. Sorry, mind you, I was sick and still somewhat inebriated, not thinking straight. I found this Christian pastor to take me out so we could go get this little base thing in the game.
Okay, yeah. I was like, what the fuck is this dude taking you?
Yeah, I've never met this guy before, though. Keep that in mind. I'm in his car, and he's like, "Are you sure you're okay?" Yeah.
Oh, I need an adult. I'm an adult.
Yeah. Yeah. Looking back, that was my thought too. I'm like, I'm really glad that didn't happen. Hey, thanks for the follow, Lordy Fam Gaming. How are you doing tonight? It's a wonderful night to be on my stream, that's for sure. Anyway, I was basically inebriated hanging out with this guy. My mom, nobody could really tell though, because I'm pretty good at dealing with that because of the Xyrem, my medication. Yeah. So, we go out about halfway out of town, and I tell him I'm really starting to feel it now. I'm like, you need to pull over. And he's like, what? Like we're going like 60. I'm like, you need to pull over right now. And he pulls his car over as quickly as possible, and I barely make it out the door before I just start profusely vomiting right next to this brand new person I met. I'm just throwing up everywhere, and I finally get back in the car, and I tell him, okay, I think I'm good now. Let's keep going. He's like, you sure you want to keep going, man? And he's like, yeah, we're almost there. We're like literally 15 feet. He starts driving again. I'm like, pull over, and we pull over. Not even 2 minutes later, and we almost made it to this checkpoint. And I'm just.
He was about to pass you off on the black market.
Yeah, dude. He was like,
I don't think they're gonna pay for this guy.
Yeah, we need to take you home. You're dying. Like, I'm like, yeah, you're right. I don't think I can do this.
You die right after I sell you.
You brought this vomiting kitten. Well, what is this crap? And it's like, and at that time I was a furry, so I don't wanna. But anyway,
I want to say that I've done that too, but I can't remember. But yeah, when the wife got hers out, she was not. She was kind of loopy, but the whole time she was like, I don't know why people have this problem thinking they're crazy loopy under anesthesia. It's so dumb. I don't know. It's a scam. I don't know what they're talking about. But I'm like, babe, you're literally doing that right now. And then she kept repeating stuff a lot and stumbled a little bit. I'm like, yeah, sure, babe. It's okay.
Oh, Ryu destroyed your sandwich, Ron.
You dropped it on the cheese side. Well, it's physics, man. It has to. If you
Oh,
tie that to the back of a cat and then you drop it, they'll
spin
spin
forever.
forever. Yeah, and then create like a perpetual energy machine.
But the cat won't survive.
Yeah, the cat doesn't survive now. But I mean, you get a lot of energy out of it, kind of like capitalism.
For what is it? Great response or great costs for great reward or some crap. I don't know.
I don't know.
She has cats though, so that might hit too close to home.
Well, I was using it in a satirical tone, so I would hope she'd know I was joking. And
Yeah.
sacrifice a cat for
unlimited energy for the entire human race. Excuse me.
Well, maybe that, but no, that wouldn't happen. So I wouldn't actually do it.
I'd take a really old cat that's on its deathbed. That way I can say, yeah, one cat with a week left isn't gonna hurt anything. I'm doing it a favor, you know? Yeah.
Like the Green Mile. I'll tell the Lord it was a kindness of what you've done to me. Making a new bun. Hell yes. Oh man, I made burgers on the new smoker that we got.
Ooh.
So good. I cannot believe that I actually made a decent burger for once.
Dude, I gotta try that.
Overcook them or incredibly undercook them. Which doesn't stop me from eating them. I'll eat it that way because I'm an animal, but like no one else in the house will eat them.
I mean, it's beef.
Then last time they were actually like, they had a nice crisp outside. It was, I would say medium well on the burger. Mine was probably medium because I hate like well done anything.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Mine's medium rare. That's where
I. Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. Medium is my threshold, is how high I'll go, but I prefer rare.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say medium rare is where I typically want mine. But I would rather rare than.
Just wanted to clarify that I wasn't saying I prefer medium, because I'm not a
cannibal.
No. I'm just gonna end that statement because I don't like anything past medium. Medium I will go to, but rare. But usually when I make them, they're like way undercooked. They're not even rare when I usually screw them up on the regular grill. But now with smoker, I got it just right. I was like so surprised. I'm like, man, this thing does all the work, doesn't it?
Dude, I was gonna say.
Is that how everyone fucking makes good food?
Yalu's dad has a smoker, and he seems to not. Even though the meat was tough, it still tasted like the best thing I'd ever had.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. It knows how to season. That's good.
Knows how to season, but yeah, that's what I almost told him. I was like, God, man, this would be great if you didn't add the rubber.
Man, you hate that when that happens because you don't want to be ungrateful.
Exactly.
At the same time, you're like, God damn it, man, learn how to fucking.
Like, there's no reason for well done steak. Like that's really not.
We should also execute everyone in the United States who eats well done steaks.
Yes, I
prefer a little pick, but don't want my food mooing. Oh, a little pink. Yeah, I like a little pink too. On my burger or my steak, I do like red.
I like a little pink in general. Who said that?
Shush! No, you.
Who said that?
We're gonna get in trouble now.
No.
Little rare. Yep. No, I agree. I would, however, take a bite out of a mooing cow just to find out what the big hubbub's all about.
The big hubbub? Who's doing that?
Wild animals.
Oh, fair enough. All right, that is a pretty big hubbub.
Take a bite out of the side there, just because I want to know. Probably shouldn't. I'd probably get sick. Dang it, if I'm not super curious. Your mom eats well done? I'm so sorry.
How does she eat it? As far as I'm concerned, that's not food. Jesus.
That's not technically eating. Yeah, no. So my wife is interesting. She says that she hates the way that I eat my steaks. She's totally grossed out by it, quote unquote. But if I overcook hers, she won't. She obviously can't eat it, but I also have to try and get a really nice, like the outside has to be. Yeah, no, I know it's a little dirty. I just want to feel the feeling of sinking my teeth into something. I'm just a weird guy. Okay? I do not deny. But it's a very delicate with her. It has to be like medium, to where it's not like overcooked throughout, but also really sear the outside, because she likes that carbon, crispy burnt outside on everything.
Ooh, you know how you do that actually? You take it off the grill for a minute and then put it back on so the inside still has time to stay cold. So you'll get a nice pink.
And then you turn up the grill just a little bit so that you can grill the outside without, so that way it burns the outside faster than it cooks the inside.
Yeah, you know, I used to like the carbon, I guess is what you call it, on the outside, but I started to realize something, that that's just straight up carcinogens. Like, there's literally nothing good in that for you. In fact, it's actually quite awful for you.
Right, but they love it. They love it. My wife and a buddy of ours actually, eat their steaks that way.
Really? Oh man, I don't know if there's a buddy of mine that
or
does
just
that.
like they like their food with that crisp. I'll even burn a tortilla for her every morning.
Oh wow.
She likes the burnt tortillas.
Well, to each their own, you know. I mean, I guess a little bit of flour is a little different because it's kind of hard to burn. Well, what's it called? Glucose. It's hard to burn glucose out of your food. Yeah, it's like
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
It won't be as tasty, but there's still going to be glucose in it, which is the main reason that we even eat bread in the first place, is to get.
I see.
So, that's why bread is.
I know, but I actively forget to flip a tortilla, and then I'm like, babe, I got a tortilla for you. She's like, oh, you thought about me, and I'm like, yeah, no, I accidentally forgot to flip it because I love you. And she's like, yeah, and I'm like, this makes no fucking sense. So
yeah,
juicy.
I need to get out of this fucking house.
She's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Justifiably, and that's why I married her, so that she could be the one to kill me, but not right now.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Right? Oh, we joke about that a lot. She's like, what if I did? Like, what if I went crazy and killed you or whatever? I'm like, then you'd be the woman I married. I'd do you the one if you did.
Will would be happy because I got murdered, so technically that's a free pass into heaven. And all my friends. Yeah, she'd be my favorite too, you know? But thank God. He wanted to go for a while now.
He wanted to go for a long time, but he was not gonna convert.
So I had to.
Plus, the wife said I couldn't do it myself.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the rule. Yeah. No self-suicide. Yeah.
Yeah, no self.
It's cheating. It's
redundant.
It's cheating, really.
I know, but it's redundant to add self into it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I stopped before I said the seppuku. You know, I was like, it's like, wait a second.
No self Sudoku.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I like to make jokes about that. I don't know people can be sensitive to that, so I don't.
People are babies, man. Like, I get so tired of
down. Not everyone's a baby.
Dude, when I sit down and I'm like, oh, I accidentally dropped a Cheerio. I guess I have to die now. And everyone's like, yeah, don't say that. I'm like, oh my God, please.
Any minor inconvenience.
Yeah, I really think I'm going to do it. There's been far worse things happening. Me talking to you that should have caused that by now. It's just, I don't know. I get so tired of it. And it's funny because my dad's the one that killed himself. And it's like, you know, if anyone has the right to be angry. Yeah.
Exactly. I should be grandfathered in.
Don't joke about that, man. I promise you I will die if I don't joke about that. Like.
Right, exactly. Like, if I can't joke about it, you're taking away all my power. It's gone. I'm going to pull a fin and flip out.
Yeah. You don't want to see me when I can't have my suicide joke.
No, just there was one time when Finn was like, "Ice King, let me out of here! I'm gonna flip out!" He starts screaming.
I need to watch Adventure Time, man.
It's pretty good. It's on Hulu right now.
I'm so far behind on everything. It's partially because I'm just streaming nonstop nowadays.
Yeah, and I hate watching good stuff because then it ends.
Yup. Yep.
There's actually a little bit more.
Or it gets bought out by Amazon, and then I'm just like, oh, okay, now it's over anyway.
Or Disney. Hulu's really owned by Disney. Fucking bad.
Yep. I hate it. Dude, you know what? People were telling me, like, Florida's getting destroyed. I'm like, oh, no. And I'm like, oh, no, Disney World. I'm like, wait. Hang on.
Wait.
Tell me.
Wait. Hear me out. Let's let them cook.
Yeah.
Get everybody out, but let them cook.
Yeah, the people don't need to die, but I'm actually okay with that. Like, what if this is God saying I finally had enough? You know, it's time to get rid of Disney World.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. The only way I could do it without making it look too suspicious is a hurricane, so my will be done.
Yeah. I gotta use my Jewish space lasers to make a hurricane real.
Jewish space lasers? Why?
Or Netflix
I think I've heard that.
Right.
Yeah.
God, the whole streaming services are a fucking scam. They started out with such a good promise. They're like, hey, no commercials, and you get a break away from the cable and satellite cord bundle subscription bullshit. Now they are literally the cable satellite subscription bullshit. But worse.
Yeah.
Can you fucking believe that people like still advocate for cable and satellite?
Dude,
and buy it? Why would I pay for this service of so much money and accept advertisements?
I have been sitting in my mom's house for the past 2 months, and they've been trying to install their dish, and like it's been a nightmare for them. And I'm just kind of sitting here like, is Fox News really that worth it? Like, because cable's one of the only places that carries it. PlayStation used to have Go for it.
YouTube has it. YouTube has Fox News. They're not going to miss out
have
on
clips.
revenue.
They have clips of it, and she can't skip the commercials, and she can't she can't record the movie she wants. Like, I just
no. Your mom could skip the commercials on YouTube. She just needs to install Brave onto like a laptop or something, or her phone, and boom, no more YouTube ads.
Okay, so she's in that stage of life where tech savviness is going to start not being a thing.
Install it for her and say, hey, use this browser whenever you want to watch Fox News. Just open it up, type in YouTube, then type Fox News. Boom.
And it's Fox News Live, but she can't record stuff on it, right?
No, but it's always there.
Okay, that's the problem.
As much as you want.
Well, that's part of the problem, I guess. It's not the problem, but
she can. What do you call it? I think scrobbling is what it's called. But she can skip to any part that she wants without having to store it and pay for an extra device that stores it. It's literally just on the internet and looking at it on her phone or laptop.
She wants it for months, though. Like, so she can watch it. Like, every once in a while, Fox News does specials where it's stuff that she wants to record and watch later. So I realize what you're saying, and this is what I've been going through the past month, where I'm like, you can do this. She wants Dish. Like, and I'm just sitting here, I'm like, I don't know, even if reinstalls this stuff, if she realizes that Dish is dying. They just brought out DirecTV because neither of them are successful business models anymore.
Right, they're doing a Kmart.
Yeah, they're going to die. And I don't know, I just keep telling her, like, Mom, this is not worth it, but she needs it. She wants it so bad. She loves the way it's set up. So that's why I honestly think that it's a predatory practice against people who don't know that they can get something better. They've locked these older people into...
Ryu, I have an answer for you.
Paramount Plus.
No, piracy. What's wrong with
you? Oh, right. Yeah, okay. That's a good one, too.
Sitting on all these streaming services. Just the show.
I'm sorry.
Have it same day. No ad.
In my defense, the only stream service that I do enjoy using is Paramount Plus. They do.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
an okay job.
Yeah, some of them aren't that shitty, but oh my gosh, I don't know if it's Paramount or Max or Peacock. One of them has like 2 solid fucking minutes of join us on this streaming service that you are watching the fucking show on right now. And I'm like, we're already on the fucking service. Why do you need to advertise
It's
the service that
Paramount.
I'm on that we're paying for? Is it Paramount?
Yeah, it's
Like,
Paramount, dude. I've seen that.
what the fuck is wrong with you? And
They,
it's unskippable. It's so stupid.
but you could
like,
make the
I've
argument.
watched some stuff on there too, but like, holy shit.
At least they
It's
want to
such a waste of
retain their
fucking
base,
money.
though. Like,
It's a fucking waste of money.
it
The
is.
only thing I could kind of understand is like maybe 10, 20 seconds of here's some new shit we have, or here's some old shit we have.
Yeah.
Some shit that we know you'll like based on your whatever, on what you watched here.
Yeah, I totally get behind that.
Basically, invasion of privacy data that we bought from another company that collects your data.
Yeah. I think one of the big things for me with cable, though, is that PlayStation actually had a really awesome service called PlayStation View a long time ago that worked like the cable boxes, but did a bunch of other stuff too. Like, the whole reason consoles exist, in my opinion, was to kind of make all of your media available on TV in that device. And PS4 failed. They failed completely to advertise for it. They failed completely to tell people what it was. It was a fantastic service, and it's just gone forever.
And then Microsoft also extra killed it with their like they did like a tech demo announcement show, basically like E3 kind of presentation, where they said they just talked about TV the whole time, and it basically like the entire gamer base that they had, as well as everybody else who loves shitting on Microsoft and Xbox, had a field day. And like the services that they were announcing weren't a bad thing to have more features and competition.
Yeah.
On one device, I think that's generally good. But oh man, it was so funny just watching the TV sports TV, like big old compilation.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh shit, Peacock. Oh, is it Peacock as well, Ryu? That's so funny. Yeah, I was watching Peacock, and I don't know if I was trying to watch like Sonic 2 or something, because the kids like the Sonic movies.
The kids? But what? Just the kids? You ain't head over heels for them too?
I had a very heavy hand in this. I am not trying to imply
Oh, okay, good.
I am not into Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. And I think it's also some kind of weird miracle that I'm not a furry.
Yeah, I did too, actually.
like I don't like the furry stuff, but I'm not. It's like very much not for me. Not so much that I think it's bad or that people that are into it should feel bad, but like it is so not for me, and I can't stand it.
Well, the best part about being alive is that you can like animals and not have to screw them. So that's the.
Hey, but sometimes, dog, sometimes you get those Christly urges to put a baby.
Oh my god! Adversity breeds.
Oh.
What is it? The saying? Adversity breeds
innovation.
Yeah, it's something like innovation. Yeah.
Yeah,
it is. It is. Yeah, it's innovation. You're right. Jeez Louise. I mean, I'm really surprised we don't have cat girls yet with how many dudes I see.
Oh my, I'm so fucking mad we don't have cat girls. But we have a fucking Hyperloop that sucks ass. You know what, Elon? I will forgive everything and permanently become a musk simp or whatever they call it.
A musker?
You somehow manage a what?
You're gonna be a musker?
Oh, is that what they call themselves?
I don't know. I feel like it is.
The mic kind of cut out the first time, and I thought you said muskrat, and I was like, "There's no way they call themselves fucking muskrats. That would be too good a name."
That would be a funny.
If they leaned into it, I think they could do some good PR for themselves.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, Elon, open call out. If you somehow made Cat Girls a reality,
I will sell everything I
I
own.
will forgive every. Yeah, I will retract everything I've said in the past 4 or 5 years about you. All the bad stuff.
Dude, just watch. And right, this will be what wins Trump the election. We have cat girls. All right, yeah, and Trump's in.
Ryu, you make a fair point.
Yeah.
You are absolutely right.
Oh yeah,
You
Ryu.
don't have to.
Ryu, I make that defense all the time. I was just messing around with Ron because that's one of the reason a lot of people say that they're not furries. They think, oh, you're a furry, you must fuck animals then. It's like,
Yeah.
no, what did that have to do with anything I was saying? It's like, it's go for it.
Like, that aside, I'm glad you're laughing, and I'm glad we were entertaining for at least a minute there. The one thing that I find weird about like the whole furry movement, sex or otherwise, I think if you want to, I'm very progressive about sex, by the way. So I'm not shitting on that. Like on the people that do it, it's totally not for me. But one thing I find totally weird about the furry movement is that somehow with after opening up this like infinite universe to explore creativity sexually or not, very 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 open about that, how do all of the like wolf dog furries have the exact same face with different colors?
Oh, okay, I can explain
They
this one.
all look exactly the fucking same
Yeah,
somehow.
yeah, I can explain
You
this one.
are also correct. Cosplay is not consent. Consent is where I draw the line on any sort of like kink shaming. Unless kink shaming is your kink, then I will gladly kink shame you. But no, consent
Those dirty bastards.
is really the only thing that like I ever am adamant and very no consent. I look down on you.
I think I saw something Comic-Con along the lines of this sign. No, I do consent even if I say no or something. They're holding up the sign.
Yeah,
I was like, what the hell?
In those instances, you want to have a safe word. For some reason, I don't know how it spread so far and wide. Somebody said it as a joke to me when they were explaining it, and it forever stuck. But pineapple tends to mean we need to stop. Yes means yes. No means yes. I think yes means like I really enjoying myself. No means I'm kind of enjoying myself, or it's the whole denial. It kind of the what do they call it? The horseshoe. It could mean either extreme.
Oh no, I'm about to bust.
But yeah, but pineapple means we have to stop for some reason. Like the fox from Five Nights at Freddy's. Yes, literally. Except the snout's a little wider than Foxy.
Okay, I wanted to explain the wolf thing because
Thanks for reminding me.
I actually do remember a person telling me that a lot of OCs end up revolving around what they can create in their actual fursuit. And there's a lot more imagination in artistry than there is in actual costume design for the average person. Like, most people are not going to be able to design things like Ryu does. And so those fox helmets are very reliable and well done, and they don't break as often as the other more intricate designs. So people end up writing their OCs around that character, and it keeps them from being able to be too innovative with them.
You know what? That's fair. I think people should try more stuff. I don't think we should settle on the current design.
Well, you should see what they have at Comic-Con.
I've seen, like, some attractive stuff, like the girlfriend in an extremely goofy movie. I thought the librarian was kind of cute, but not like into her. I used to have a crush on Roxanne from the first Goofy movie, but it was because she was the love interest.
Oh yeah, she was a cutie.
Like, today, I look at that and I'm like, sure, adorable, yes, but no attraction there.
I don't know about that.
Who else? There has to be more that I've literally been attracted to.
Crystal?
I want to say a lot of people had, and this might have been like a point of awakening or something, was Babs in Space Jam. I've talked about it with somebody.
Oh yeah, the rabbit.
Babs might have been an awakening moment for a lot of people, and I totally see the attraction. Of course, back then I still had the crush. Now it's not so much, but I can definitely see why she would be attractive, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But they're obviously shades of gray. Like I really like
50 of them intact.
the Japanese Neko Mimi girls,
Oh,
cat
God.
girls that we were talking about before, where they have like the
Yeah.
cat ears and the tail. Sometimes the paws can do it, but not always. Like Felicia from Darkstalkers. Do you know who that is?
I don't think I know that one, actually. That's a first.
She's a nun, so you should feel safe about Googling Felicia from Darkstalkers. Lola! Damn it. You're right.
Lola
It's
Bunny,
Lola
yeah.
Bunny. I'm stupid. No. You need to look up Felicia from Darkstalkers.
Okay.
Because she's a nun and a cat girl.
Yeah, well, there was a nun in this Time Splitters with no clothing, so I have to be careful. Yeah.
Oh, that's why would they do that? Why would they have a barely clothed nun in a video game?
Felicia from what again? I'm sorry.
Darkstalkers. One word.
Oh.
It's a fighting game from Capcom.
Oh, yes, I know who this is. Oh, my gosh.
Is she a barely clothed nun too for some reason? That's awful. Why would they do that?
Well, this is why I don't trust
What, you don't trust me?
No, Google. I trust you.
No,
but...
well, I was literally lying to you. Very, very mostly nude nun, but cat girl.
A nun from Germany.
Oddly enough, the hand paws, I think, are more attractive than the feet paws. Those ones actually freak me out, even on Felicia.
Yeah.
Trinity Blood? I need to know now. Oh, hey.
I got it too. But yeah, I've had some very unfortunate run-ins with Felicia. Oh, what is this?
With Felicia? Is that what you said?
Oh yeah, some younger year stuff.
Oh, okay. Man, why do I not know this show? This looks like something I would have fucking watched back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know what this is either.
Because I was all about like Trigun. This is 2006. Yeah, it would have been about that time where I was watching anime all the fucking time. Esther? Okay. I want to see some pip. Oh, okay. I saw like your typical damsel in distress screenshot of the character, and I was like, she looks like shit. But looks like the manga did better with her design, and all these cosplayers look great. Some fan art stuff looks pretty swanky. That one is DeviantArt right there. Okay.
Oh my. Okay. You know, DeviantArt has become really disappointing. It's not very deviant anymore.
No, I believe it. They all kind of fall from grace.
Deviant is supposed. I feel like the Mr. Incredible when he's.
Vampires? That's I may have actually started that series, to be honest. Vampires that eat vampires. It sounds familiar.
So you're thinking of Hellsing?
No. Bit different. Hellsing could only turn people into a vampire if they were a virgin.
Oh, I'm thinking of Hellsing Ultimate. That's Hellsing Ultimate. I forget. Hellsing. Yeah, but it's two different plot lines though. Like they have different powers in that one.
Yeah, kind of, sort of, but he wasn't like going around eating other vampires.
Oh, that's true. I guess he was just killing them.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he ate them before, though. That's how he got so strong. And then he just got to a point where he's like, I don't really need this
dog. Anymore. I have no idea, but I'm going to deny it anyways out of principle.
You need to watch Hellsing Abridged, though. That crap was funny.
Damn it, we were literally talking about Hellsing, and I wanted to look up Hellsing, and my fingers typed Trigun. What is wrong with me?
Wait, Ryu, have you seen Hellsing Ultimate yet?
I still haven't finished it either.
Yeah, I haven't either, but...
I remember putting it off forever ago. Because I'm like, I don't want to wait for the series to finish. But I literally never picked it up.
Every Comic Con I've gone to, I found at least one Alucard, and that includes the BronyCon I went to. So it's kind of funny to think about, really. It's supposed to be kind of a kid-friendly convention, so having like a mass murder campfire there is not one that I would. Most parents would be super stoked about. Damn, this stupid Chungus. Oh, God, you stupid. I'm so good at this. I had 22 seconds left to spare. Wow. All of it. I own Hellsing Ultimate. All of it. Holy crap, really? Have you seen Hellsing Ultimate Abridged, though? With the police girl. With the big titties. That crap kills me. That was one of the best abridgments that Team 4-Star did before they went. And you know what? I'm going to use the word unironically here because or maybe ironically, but they went woke. Because they really did. They were like, you know what? Our past stuff was demeaning and inappropriate. I'm like, it was funny, dude. That was the whole point of that show, was to not take it seriously.
What show?
All of the series they did with Team 4-Star, the Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
You know what? I think, as much as I hate to agree, there was some good stuff.
Yeah, and I get it. Like, if there's a group of people who are suffering because of what you're saying, then change. But the problem is that there was nobody suffering from that. They were having fun. And I think they wrote it off as a way of being lazy rather than that. They didn't want to give the actual reason. And it was that they hit a creative block. And it happens to everyone. But the way that they went about it kind of ruined them. They are not doing good anymore. In fact, they did so bad that they actually got their old actors back and started doing little clips of what could have been, is what they call it. And they are doing the Boo Saga. And it's like, I sit here, I'm like, why? Just do it. Just go all the way, man. You're going to have to come get the second half of your sandwich because I'm full. Damn. Right. There you go, Ron. Right invitation, if any. It's so funny, man. I could play this game with one hand because they allow the touchpad for you to shoot. Which is so stupid. Whoever thought that would be a good gimmick was not very intelligent, but whatever. I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge was pretty good. Yu-Gi-Ohs. They're Yu-Gi-licious.
Fuck.
It should have been me, not him! That meme kills me every time because how many people use it. It's not fair! Blue Eyes White Dragon. Dude, I'm kind of just dinking around right now. Android 21, bro. Boo. Wait, Android 21, boo. What's that?
Oh, yeah, what are we talking about?
I gotta...
was listening, but I didn't...
I don't know either. What's that about, Ryu?
Is there like a joke attached to it? Because I remember Android 21, and I absolutely loved the lab coat human version, but everybody was like sex nut crazy about the Boo version. And I'm like, I respect it. I like it too.
Send me a picture of this. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Nobody F's with the hair? Oh, okay. There was a joke. Okay, cool. I'm gonna look this up right now then.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Oh, were they playing through? No. When did they cover? Right? Lab coat Android 21 is the best ever.
Oh wait, the pink one from Super.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah,
she
she is
doesn't.
cute.
She starts out in a human form, but then she turns like boo flavored.
That's because she's the boo. That's because she's the boo from their universe. And bro, the cartoon fan art
From
of
their
her
universe?
from I'm sorry, from an alternate universe. She's the boo from
Be careful if you do when I see you.
yeah, same. Honestly, I shouldn't even say that because I actually know where she lives. So I'm gonna take that back. Jen Sanon, Jen Sanon, 4K. Dang, bro, you came out in total 4K and everything. That looks great. How are you doing on tonight? Tell me more about uh
Oh,
Android 21 Boo.
okay. They're on a different platform. I was like, why don't I see them?
Yeah, they're on YouTube. Yeah. 21 Boo. I have to make sure this is the one I think it is. Okay, it's giving me Majin Buu. Oh yeah, she is so cute. Oh my god. I die when I see her.
The boo flavored. It's bubblegum flavored. Sorry, I spaced out. I've been like watching a video trying to hear this joke. I don't know where it's from.
I
I
really
need to
wanted her.
breathe. I need to reset. I just keep thinking about 21 now.
Yeah, same, dude. I'm locked. I'm looking at photos of her right now. She,
Yeah, I need to stop.
in all honesty, I wish that she would have been one of the main characters, but she kind of died as a side note, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember if she was a Toriyama character though.
You just made honey ham? That's crazy, man. Sorry, keep talking.
No, that's it. I don't remember if she was.
No, she was. She was in the Battle of the Universe in Super. She was.
No, she wasn't in Super.
No, she was. She absolutely was in Super. She was in the Tournament of Power where they started wiping out universes. She was in the background. She was one. She was, I think, Universe 7 or Universe 2.
We're Universe 7.
Yeah, we're Universe 7. She was Universe 2. Gosh dang it! I gotta look this up. Android 21.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the thing I kind of hate about cosplay, and it's not a problem of cosplay itself. It's just my own self-image that I'm not skinny enough to play the stuff that I want to. Ow, fuck! But I'm also brown, so like a lot of the characters would be quote unquote wrong anyways.
Well, brown goes good with everything, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I just mean like there are a lot of people who hate when you cosplay outside the color.
So
But
Jensen,
there are some brown characters that I would cosplay and do amazing as. What's the first one you think of? Yeah, she was not in Super. Omega, you're silly. Totally.
I don't remember her in Super. Are you kidding me? Hold on, I'm looking this up right now.
No, yeah, but also don't say any more spoilers about it because it looks like Jensen
Yeah, he
hasn't seen Super.
He said he was just kidding. I'm DBZ era. Oh, okay. You need to catch up though. Super's. I don't think Super's that great, but yeah.
I liked Super. I think it was kind of in between DBZ and Dragon Ball in terms of like tone and story, where they didn't take themselves too seriously most of the time. There was maybe a couple of spoilers, but in spoilers it was more towards Dragon Ball, which I thought was a really cool compromise, and I liked it way better than GT. But if you must assume that GT was great and should be canon, it takes place before GT. Sakura-chan. Are you ready, Omega? Are you ready?
I'm kind of tripping here because I swear to God I saw a female Boo in the tournament of power, and so now I'm.
Dude, that story makes me want to cry when I think about Future Trunks and how Gohan died and shit. But then there's like the new Future Trunks. I don't know if it's even the same timeline, where his hair's like blue instead of purple.
Oh, hi, Sakura. You mean Kid Boo? No, there was a goddamn female Boo that was in Super. And I am not going to go rewatch that. Super was not one of my more favorite ones that I had watched. GT wasn't either. But I swear that there was a pink Boo-looking chick. Because then I don't know how I knew who this female Majin Buu was that we had here that turned into a pink whatever it is. Like, I just clearly remember her being in the battle, and maybe it was last time. Just took a nice fat crap. Well, that's great, Nedry. It's delicious.
Hell yeah!
I think there was a pink chicken Super.
Nedry. Everyone. I used to think that they were overselling it and it was dumb old people's shit, but take Fiber, dude. Oh my god, Fiber changed my life.
Yeah,
it's night and day. Seriously, add a fiber supplement to your daily life. Like, don't overdo it, obviously, because then you can cause problems. But follow the instructions. Take fiber like before you go to bed. Oh, night and day.
Or you can just
I'm so sorry to derail everything.
No, you're good.
Very important. Everybody, take fiber.
You can also just eat oatmeal and flaxseed and a bunch of fruit in the morning, and it will clean you out like crazy.
Nah. I prefer fiber. There was a pink chick in Super, maybe?
There was one pink chick in Super. I'm sure of it. I'm... Or Geezer, because he likes fiber. What have you done wrong?
Oh, dude.
So you mean fiber optics, right? Oh.
No, I was like, I don't even care. You can make fun all you fucking want. It's literally changed my life. I used to spend so much time in the bathroom. But not anymore.
Good shit. Oh, thought I just died. Never mind, we're good. Or just smoke Prime. Yeah, how about don't drink Prime, though? Like, there's apparently a chemical in that you're really only supposed to get, like, a certain amount of your lifetime. And you get all of that in one of those drinks.
Yeah, energy drinks are poison. I only ever drink them when I'm, like, desperate.
Try Ghosts. Try Ghost Energy, man. They've changed my life for the better, for sure.
You mad because I poop better than you, dog? Is that why you triggered right now, Nedry? You taking mad poops?
The tram is now ready to depart.
It's a feisty character. So hey, is this Jensen Stoner buddy Jensen from Destiny days?
No, there's no way.
Because if it is, I'm about to start tweaking. Oh, now he has to leave. Come on, what is this? He jumps back in, and just to let you know, I love you and that I miss you a lot, and we're not going to talk again for another 6 years. Jensen, I've actually
different Jensen. Don't mind that.
Yeah, if it's not, you have a wonderful night. It was nice to see you too. Yeah, buddy. Oh my God, blast from the past. I love it. That's good seeing you again, really. Yeah, you know what's funny, Jensen, is me and Fleming were catching up about a week ago, and Javi was catching up too. And we all need to get back together. I know the Destiny days are over, but at least for me, but we need to actually I have a new Facebook account and I need to send it to you right. I'm gonna tell it in chat because there's nobody here is gonna be hunting me right now. But it's William Thomas Pettingill, okay? You add me on that because my main account got deleted again. So I need direct access to you. I've missed you, man. I was wondering who was coming in here.
Once in a while, like the Dutch Bro Rebels are pretty good, but I don't get them often because we don't have a lot of disposable income.
Are you American? Dude, you know what makes me laugh is that people are trying to break into our country. I'm like, where are they going? Like, what do they want here? Is my question. Like.
At the very least, we're not having bombs dropped on us, so there's that.
I mean, some would disagree with all the school shootings we have. I mean, and quite frankly, shootings in general. I mean, people think that America is like this safe land. There's actually a pretty good chance that you get shot visiting in a city. Like, there's.
I will get shot if I ever go to Texas.
Why?
I know I will get shot.
Why is that?
I just because I'm an asshole, and like just because they're pig-headed and I'm pig-headed and they have a gun doesn't mean I'm gonna back down, and I will get shot.
Love it. Love it. If you manage to pull that off, then I'll be on your side for once and say, okay, time for Texas to lose its guns rights. Jiminy Christmas. You and in your boys 4K 120 frames now, got an 8K splitter now, only one in the world. Jiminy Christmas. And how's the streaming going? Are you still getting some good views? Yeah, man, I'm jealous. My next PC is gonna be a really expensive one. You get shot in Gaza too. Yeah, definitely in Gaza, but that's also a war zone. So.
Well, also you don't really have to do anything to get Gaza.
Except from Israel, I guess.
What?
I gotta know Jensen's answer to my question. Hopefully he heard me.
Sorry, what was your question?
I don't remember. That's why I'm hoping when he responds that I'll remember what I asked. Yeah, I got accused of botting. Oh, damn, dude. So are you? Oh yeah, I asked him how his follower count's going. So are you still making money though? Stream's looking good. Nice. I'm still out here on Twitch, brother. Well, I'm multi-platting now, but Trovo and Trovo is completely useless. I haven't had a single viewer comment from there ever since I made the account. YouTube, I get one every now and then, but Twitch has been my main money maker lately. Apologies for swearing. Not accepted. Ban suck. No, I'm just kidding. I never do that, man. You're fine. Average 33 views. Ooh, love it. By the way, I also don't care if you're botting. The way these systems are set up, it's so jacked against small streamers. It's like, good on you, man. If you're botting, I couldn't give a shit. Like, you got to do what you got to do. I don't do it because I need the actual money flow, so I don't want people thinking things are good.
Right, I totally agree with you. Me and Omega keep fighting about this. But we'll talk about that later. Sorry.
Yeah, that is, we will have a night where we actually do a coverage of that, and it should be sooner rather than later, because we do talk about it. And for the record, I'm not for innocent civilians getting bombed. I am for the removal of complacent people who are not helping, I guess that's not the right word, who are doing nothing to find over 44,000 missing people that didn't just disappear in the middle of the night. Somebody saw something, and the amount of help that we've received has been so low, and we constantly... Like I said, we'll talk about this later, actually, because this is it goes on forever, but...
Yep.
Average 100 I'm paid per hour. Hey, that's not bad. KCIP, just doing well, so people are jelly. Your boy always held views. It's Jenny, baby. Heck yeah, you always did pretty well. You had some dedication though, passing out on stream, and you're not even a narcoleptic, dog. That was insane. I remember those days where I honestly thought you were gonna die. I tried to kill Tremo, so it don't surprise me. Wait, Justin Tremo from Canada? I mean, if the CIA wanted him gone, they wouldn't need to try. Just saying. I think he means Trudeau. Oh, Trump. Yeah, I could believe that. Alright, I'll be back. Actually, it's not the CIA, it's the Secret Service. But... See, that's what I don't know. They could have a hand in it too. I'll be right back.
And I gotta pee. I'll be back too.
Hey, dude. Peace. Good to see you again, buddy. Make sure you friend me on Facebook. Okay? Whoops, you can't hear me. Don't forget to friend me on Facebook again, Jensen. Love you, bud. It's always good to talk to you. Oh shit, I better resubscribe to him if I'm not already. Oh wait, no, I am on YouTube.
Have you gone to non-swearing?
Somewhat. So here's the thing. It seems like most of my viewers are in here right now because we're at 9. We don't want excessive swearing in this channel, so we try to keep it as family friendly as we can while still making people feel welcome, which is really weird because that's like setting up art. It's like, well, what if all I want to do is swear? Then am I unwelcome? And yeah, that's kind of what I've had to come down. I want there to be some moderation because I want my family, who is LDS, and I'm LDS too, to be able to enjoy. Is LDS, and I'm LDS too, to be able to enjoy. Tights is banned? No freaking way. Anyway, that's okay. Tights is banned? No freaking way. Anyway, that's okay. I want my family to be able to come in here and still enjoy being able to hang out as well. And quite frankly, I play kid-friendly games too, and having constant swearing is a huge turnoff for parents. So the stream might be dying.
Uh-oh.
Can they not hear me? Can you hear me, Ron?
I can hear you, but I'm also in Discord.
Yeah, it is. Dang. Alright. Gonna have to reset again. Stupid thing.